It is now time for our feature presentation. Spoiler warnings. It's time for Tazy's final pick, The Burbs.
All Tom Hanks wanted was a quiet vacation at home.
This is what I need, Carol. I need this.
Welcome to Mayfield Place. A typical street in the Burbs.
Morning, Walter.
Where nothing much ever happened.
Walter's dog just took a dump on Rumsfield's lawn again.
Until the Klopeks moved in.
Klopex?
Klopex. Klopek. No one goes in, no one comes out.
Neighbors from hell.
It was a nice place to live.
He said he thinks the Klopeks are evil incarnate.
Well, you're much too smart to fall for that, aren't you, honey?
But now,
Carol!
you wouldn't want to visit there.
Ray, this is Walter.
The Burbs.
I'm going over the fence, and I'm not coming back till I find a dead body.
Ray, do you want him to take your family, kidnap them, tear their livers out, and make some kind of satanic pate? We found Walter!
We got a real problem.
I hit the gas line, I'd run!
God, I love this street.
Tom Hanks.
I think we are overreacting.
No!
The Burbs. It's one hell of a neighborhood.
Hey, honey, I think we should move.
Alright, Dwayne, let's find out if Tazy hit a hat trick and got all three good movies. This is Tom Hanks in The Burbs. This came out, I think, 1988. What you think of this movie here?
The Burbs, I watched it a long time ago when it first come out, probably like in 88, 89, 90, like on VHS tape when it was still coming out, like a Blockbuster video or something. I've not seen it since. I kind of forgot a lot about it and stuff. I remember I liked it a bit, but I was also kind of like, it's a little strange maybe, you know, as a kid thinking about it and stuff. So when I rewatched it, and watched it and paid attention to it and everything, and I'm like, this is actually a really good movie. It's kind of a little different, but kind of quirky. All the different neighbors got like different personalities and different things, and some of them are, you know, nosy neighbors, and some of them just want to be left alone, and some of them just sit out there and watch everybody else what they're doing all the time and talking bad about their neighbors. Those are the ones that say hi to your face and then go back and tell their husbands or wives how they really feel about you and everything. And some people move in the neighborhood and they're never out during the day that much, and everybody's trying to find out about the new neighbors in the Burbs, and it's a good movie. What's more?
Oh yeah. So a few years ago, me and Tazy went to McKay's as well, and she said, I love this movie. So I said, okay, cool, let's pick it up. And then whenever she said she wanted to do her own special, she said, I want to do The Burbs. Apparently this is a movie she grew up with and watched all the time on DVD. She didn't have cable, so like Friday, The Burbs, that was gospel. So she is ready to watch it. I was like, cool, let me see this movie. I was really glad she picked it out. I really liked it. Like you said, I love the different personalities of all the different neighbors. It has like a good, like everybody's so different. I think that's really good. You kind of, you know, just get a good mix there. Tom Hanks is definitely the straight man in this film. He's always like trying to keep calm and think with like rationally, while his other neighbor buddies are like going straight for the damn, you know, pull the fire alarm. You guys, one neighbor who's this guy, he comes in and eats all his food. He's the guy who's always getting Hanks in trouble. He's the one who's like, hey, let's do this. And Hank's like, no. And he's one of those guys who he'll keep going until he convinces you. And then you got another neighbor who he's buddies with, who's played by Bruce Dern. And he's like the army guy. He's always gung-ho and God bless America and stuff like that. Also, like there's a lot of cool celebrities in this film. Tom Hanks' wife is played by Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. And Bruce Dern's wife is played by the mom on American Dad.
I know that. I was going to bring that up later. Yeah.
I was like, who is that? I know her. And then I looked her.
Wendy Shaw or something like that.
Yeah, I looked her up. I was like, oh, that's the mom from American Dad. I knew her from somewhere. And I was like, oh, that's cool as shit. And then it's about these nosy neighbors, and then they got a new family on the block, and these guys are weird. And of course, these nosy neighbors are thinking the worst, and then they keep just snooping and snooping and snooping until they get in their head. These people are killers or something. And that's kind of how the movie goes. They kind of spiral down into that. It is like a creepy Addams Family kind of style, like weird family. They like to make these weird noises in their basement at night. They enjoy night digging. That's always a good sign. And such a blast. Also, did you know that one of their neighbors is this old dude with a poodle? Apparently that poodle was in Silence of the Lambs.
Is that Precious?
That's Precious.
Silence of the Lambs? Yeah.
That's the same dog. I thought that's cool as hell. I'm actually wearing I don't know if you can see this. I'm wearing a Hannibal Lecter shirt right now. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's pretty cool. And then later on, we'll go ahead and spoil it a little bit of it. They end up breaking into the spooky house at night and start digging in their basement, and they actually hit a gas line and blow the house up. Barely survive, and the neighbors come back with the cops, and it looks like they're all about to go to jail for what they did, until you find out that the neighbor's car is full of bodies, and the main guy of the family is trying to kill Tom Hanks in an ambulance car. So they were right, but I don't know why they would have done all that when they found the damn human bone. They could have called the cops right there.
I don't know. It's funny. Like I said, they're trying to find out what's going on with these people, and they're doing all this crazy stuff to find out. Oh, these guys must be killers or something. The family before us, they just said they left, and we never saw them again. Or no going away party, no nothing, and everything. The funniest part about it is the younger person in that family is the guy that plays Malachi in the original Children of the Corn, the red-haired guy. And then the guy who plays the doctor in it was in movies like The Blues Brothers and a couple others. I've seen him in some movies. Not a lot of movies, but just a couple. But I recognized him from The Blues Brothers. So,
I have yet to see The Blues Brothers.
Oh, we'll never watch The Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Another little fun fact.
Carrie Fisher's in that also.
Yeah, I said Carrie Fisher.
No, she's in The Blues Brothers.
Oh, she's also in The Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I love when he's watching Texas Chainsaw 2 and all those other horror films.
Yeah, they're showing The Exorcist and Texas Chainsaw 2. He's watching while they're thinking about breaking into the guy's house.
And he's having, he has that cool nightmare scene where they put him up on the grill. I thought that was cool as shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then, this is more like, I think we talked about this before in horror comedies, that, like the horror comedy split. This is probably 80 comedy, 20 horror. It's not super horror, but they do have, like, horror elements and spooky themes, and I love it. I don't know why I really like the atmosphere of this film. It's just spooky enough that I really like it. And then one of the funniest scenes is when they think that they stuff their dead neighbor's body in a trash can. The next day when the trash comes, they run out to the garbage guy and they throw all that trash in the ground trying to discover the body, and there's nothing there. And then the trash guys get pissed and they just leave all that trash on the floor, and it's there the rest of the fucking film. It just left there. I thought that was really cool. So this movie is a lot of fun. Also, another movie where the wife is kind of a nag. Carrie Fisher nagged the shit out of Tom Hanks. Some of it, understandably, like, leave the fucking neighbors alone. What the fuck are you doing? But also some of it, like, she's kind of like judging him on how he wants to spend his vacation.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he wants to chill out the house, let him chill out the house.
Yeah, he's taking a week vacation. He wants to stay at the house and chill out, watch the ball games and stuff. And she wants to go to the lake. And he's like, we go to the lake all the time. I don't want to go to the lake this time. I want to stay home. And that's not what she wants to do. So, Corey Feldman's in this movie too. We didn't said that yet.
I did forget him. Yes.
Yeah. Corey Feldman from Lost Boys, Friday 13th, Goonies, Gremlins, just all kinds, a lot of movies there.
He thinks this is like, I guess, pre-reality TV. So to him, this is like better than TV, watching his goofy ass neighbor. he knows this is all silly, and he's just like, he actually like he knows shit's revving up with them.
He's having a party,
so he has
to
a
watch.
party just to watch these motherfuckers. And then like one of the last lines of the movie, he just looks at the camera and goes, "Man, I love this neighborhood." Dwayne, what's your final thoughts and rate on The Burbs?
Final thoughts is this is a movie that when I watched when I was younger, I didn't think I liked it that much. I was like, this isn't a horror movie, and it's like the comedy was probably a little bit more than I understood at the time when I watched it. Then I've not seen it for years, and then I watched it just the other day. We watched it, and I was like, you know what? This is a good movie. This is one that I had different opinion about from when I watched it when I was younger to when I watched it now. I think this is a very good movie. I had a lot of fun. A lot of actors in it. A lot of bit parts for people like Bruce Dern, huge actor. In a bunch of Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yeah.
He was in the movie The Cowboys with John Wayne, famous actor. And then you have Tom Hanks and all the other famous actors, and they're having a good time making this movie. It looks like also, and I just think this is a really good movie, a really solid movie. I enjoyed it a lot more as an adult than I did as a kid watching it. So I'm going to give The Burbs also an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, looks like Tayson might have hit the hat trick on this one. I never heard of it until Tavia, so let's see what my pros and cons are for The Burbs. My pros: a good, spooky, fun movie to watch. It's nice to see Tom Hanks get really silly. I love all the wacky and goofy characters this movie has. My cons: I kind of wish the finale would have been a little bit cooler with the reveal of the killers and like a kind of cool wrap up on that. It is okay, but it's just mid for me on there. Alright guys, I'm giving The Burbs 8 nagging Carrie Fishers out of 10.